Okay, so now I've made the string for the bow, and it is the correct height. It's about 6 inches, 6-inch brace height, and the string is sitting nice and centrally. The limbs are nicely aligned, nice and straight, and we're going to take it outside and try a couple of arrows through it. That seems to be shooting really well. The only thing left to do with this at this point really is clean it up just a little bit more with a very fine grit paper, and then we want to leave it to allow the Purple Heart, exposure to the UV rays and oxygen, which will darken it down a little bit, and then we'll apply the finish to it. But all in all, so far, so good. Okay, so the Purple Heart has darkened down a little bit, and I would say it's just about ready for its first coat of oil. I'm just going to apply the oil with a little piece of cloth here, and this is a clear or natural Danish oil which I'm putting on here. And if I turn that around, you can just see this has got, it transforms it immediately and brings out that colour really deeply in the Purple Heart. And this is just a first application. This is essentially put it on, rub it back off, sort of thing. I find the best way to go with this oil. And if we flip that and just put a bit on the other side there. Now I'm going to continue with the oil over all of the wood. I'm not particularly going to put this on the fiberglass. Maybe a touch on the glass where we may have any fading from in these areas here where we've sanded it, where a little bit of the gloss goes away from the fiberglass, and I only find just over it like that with this oil will bring out the shine again and marry it up with the rest of the fiberglass, and that's pretty good. Now this will take a few coats of this. I'll probably put several coats on. As I say, on these side pieces here, we want to put that all the way up. I like to get it onto the glass here at the sides, just again to try to seal it up a little bit to prevent any splintering or anything like that. Although the glass is very smooth, it's really just belt or braces at this point. Belt and braces at this point, sorry. And we'll continue that all the way up into the tips. There we are. And that Purple Heart's looking really rich and beautiful shine to it. So, spinning the bow around, whoops, see if I don't hit too many things with it. Same thing with the other tip. Again, just a light coating, and up the sides of the bow, like so. Oops. And there it is, that's looking really nice. The next thing I'll do with this is, once this is dried just a wee bit, I'll go over it again with this wet and dry paper, simply dipping the wet and dry paper into the oil and then rubbing it circular motion into the handle, and that'll smooth off, that'll get that really nice. Okay, now I've given the bow another couple of coats of the Danish oil and rubbed that down with the wet and dry paper, and I've got to say that Purple Heart is looking really nice. There's a really deep sort of lustre to it, and very nice indeed. We also have a strike plate put on at this point, and the string has been finished up. So all in all, that is the completed bow. I've been shooting a bit more with it. It's very nice to shoot, and it has came in at £38 at 28 inches. So there it is. I hope you've enjoyed this series. I've certainly enjoyed making this bow, and the thing with bow making, there's always something else you can learn, there's always something else to know. So if you have any comments, suggestions or questions, anything like that, please leave them in the comments below. In the future, I was just looking last night at possibly making a pyramid bow, primitive sort of pyramid bow, wide here, going out to the tips. So we'll do a little bit of work on that, and then hopefully we'll get around to doing another build along. Okay, thanks very much.